It's niche research time, and I'm going to be talking about BubbleTrends, Redbubble Popular Tags Tool, and BubbleScout. 3 options you can use to find out what's selling on Redbubble. I'll be talking about the pros and cons of each and what I think the best research method is. You might be surprised at what I've got to say. The whole point of doing niche research is so you can figure out what's selling right now on Redbubble. That way you can give people what they already want to buy and you'll be more adept at making money. First of all, we'll do BubbleTrends because it's the easiest one, and this is super popular because it's updated every day. You literally just click Get Today's Trends and it will give you a list like this, and it's literally just a list with names of stuff on the left and the amount of search results on the right. And if you go down, there's 75 results in total. And that's it, there's no links to click, there's no filtering information. You can sort by date now, which is really useful. It doesn't go back too far because this wasn't made too long ago, so it only goes back to November 2020. But this will be useful because you'll be able to look back on trends and what was popular at certain times of the year that will then inform your research. So for example, with this information we can look at what was popular around Christmas time last year, and that's probably going to be popular again, or we can rework some of the stuff into new niches. So these are search terms on the left and just how many results there are on the right. So this isn't sales, all it is just telling you what people are searching for at the moment. And since it's updated day by day, we can literally go to yesterday, 19th of April, as of me recording this, and have a look, and all the stuff's different. So it changes day by day. It's very useful because it's updated daily, so if you want to be on top of trends, you can have a look at the results on here and find out what is in demand right now. With the popular tag tool, you get way more options, and this tag generator still isn't working, even though I talked about this ages ago. But the popular tags tool is working, and it was last updated yesterday. So we've got popularity here, the change in popularity here, so how much it's changed over the last week. This one's become very popular. The results, how many results there are, and then the change in results over the last week. So you can see this one is mega popular, don't know why. Look me in the eye funny. Don't know, haven't come across that one. And results, this has got 10,000 extra results, birthday stickers. I usually organise by popularity change over the last week and just have a little scan down to see what's going on. By default it shows you 25, we'll just up that to 100, and it shows you this on one page. So unlike BubbleTrends that shows you only 75 and that's it, Popular Tags Tool will show you 100 entries on a page and it's out of 10,000 entries, which means you can go from page to page having a look at what's popular right now. Or if you just don't have that much time, you can have a look on the front page, the top 100 results, and get an idea of what is popular. These two, BubbleTrends and Popular Tags Tool, are web-based, so it's quite easy to use, whereas BubbleScout is very new and it's a Chrome extension. Now I'm not recommending this, I'm just talking about it, so bear that in mind. I don't actually use this. However, just because it's not right for me doesn't mean it's not right for you. So, Redbubble niche research made easy, one-click niche validation. You've got to actually install the plugin if you want to have it working on Redbubble. And what happens is when you go to the Redbubble homepage, it looks like normal, but then in a few seconds this loads up. So it gives you the top 20 trending searches, the top 20 popular searches, and the top 20 popular product types. So right now you can see these are really popular. You can scroll down and it'll give you the 20 as it says. We're going to click the first one just to have a look. I'm not Chinese. And you can see it loads as normal, and then again this page comes up. This is coming up on every page. So you can click these and it'll take you to the actual product information, and then if you scroll down a little bit, you can see here that it's got a box which you can click to determine competition. Usually if you pay for it, this actually does determine the competition, so it'll say yes, you can compete in this niche, or no, you can. It does this based on the number of search results, so you can actually work that information out yourself. I wouldn't target this niche personally because, well, for ethical reasons. I'm not trying to be holier than thou or anything, but anything that profits off the discrimination of other people, especially an oppressed group that I'm not a part of, I don't really feel it's appropriate for me to be profiting off Chinese hate crime as a white person. It just doesn't feel right. I know that people do that for business reasons, and certainly things like Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate are very on point, trending right now. I'm all about spreading love. I absolutely agree with the message and everything. I just feel that for me to profit off a trend that is about hating someone else for me, it just doesn't feel right to do that. I'm not judging anyone that does. If that's what you want to do, then obviously you're more than welcome to do that, and certainly it's a good way to reduce the amount of hate in the world. However, it just doesn't feel right to me. These red bubbles down here, I've replaced the favourite icon, so if you click them, you can favourite as normal, you can copy that person's tags, or you can analyse the listing. So if you click analyse, this is the product data that it brings up, so it will show you the product, the price, the sales per month, revenue per month, niche score and popularity, which you can do some trend analysis on. The problem with this, and something to bear in mind, is that this isn't data from Redbubble. So although it's a Redbubble research tool, the information about what's selling on Redbubble isn't publicly available. So they've had to take this from other websites, which is okay, it's just that it doesn't necessarily translate on Redbubble, and I'm just a bit concerned that people are going to look at this and think, oh yeah, I can compete in this niche, when actually there's no demand for it on Redbubble. It's kind of similar to 𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏 in that you can look and use this website and it'll tell you, great, what's selling on Amazon, and sometimes those things do translate to Redbubble. It's like this one's selling 74 shirts a month. Will that be really popular on Redbubble? I don't know, because they've got a very different market, and it's something that you pick up over time when you've been analysing these different sites. What works well on one might not work on another. So it is a tool for Redbubble, but the search information isn't actually getting that information from Redbubble, so that's just something to bear in mind. One of the important things I wanted to let you know is that before we had any of these things, we didn't have BubbleTrends, BubbleScout, popular tags or anything like that. It was just a case of going on the Redbubble website and getting a feel for what's selling. Literally, you can go and click most relevant and then best selling, and it will sort by what's best selling right now. The benefit you get from looking through these designs and getting a feel for it is something that can't be taught and can't really be explained in a video. It's something that comes to you after you put in the hours looking at designs that sell and coming up with your own. And it can only be achieved through real-time research, so you do kind of miss out. It points you in the right direction, don't get me wrong, these research tools are really useful. However, there's something to be gained from actually manually looking through the website and having a look at what sells and thinking about why that sells. Why is this so popular? It's something that you'll get a feel for after putting in some hours looking at these designs, and it'll really pay off, so make sure you don't neglect actually just going on the site and having a look. You'll be able to pick up what's going to sell and what isn't going to sell after spending some time doing this. The thing that worries me about BubbleScout is that it has to be installed as a Chrome extension, and when you go on there, it shows you that it can read and change your data on a number of websites, show details, so all Amazon sites, all Google sites, all 𝗏𝗘𝗡𝗏𝗏.com sites, all Redbubble sites, and this one as well. It can also modify data that you copy and paste and know your email address, and it's quite a new extension. It's backed by this guy who has a YouTube channel. I've got nothing against this guy who made the tool. It might be completely fine, but it might not, because I've been in this print-on-demand business a long time and I've seen these tools come and go. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this one in particular, it's just that it requires a lot of permissions that you don't have to give by just using web-based software. And for me, I've seen people get their accounts stolen, I've seen people lose massive amounts of income that they've worked so hard on, I've seen them get their stores shut down, their designs stolen, all through using stuff like this. And because it is so new, personally I'm not going to use it yet, I'm just going to see what happens. So in summary, I recommend using BubbleTrends combined with a popular tags tool and maybe even something like 𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏. But don't underestimate how useful actually looking at the site is and just using your own judgment to recognise what's popular. Thank you to everyone involved in passive ethics, and especially these absolute bosses. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, smash that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon with another video.